Good morning. The leadership of the meeting this morning is going to be led by the 7 men of prayer. Now there are two men's of prayer groups in this corps. That's the privilege of having so many people who are really knowing about it and really want to pray. Doesn't mean that there can't be a third, but the 7 men of prayer gives birth to intimate relationships with this Holy Spirit and makes a time of real prayer. Our group is under the leadership of Colonel Joe DeMichael, and we meet once a month for this time of prayer. There is a second prayer group which will be leading a meeting some in the near future. But we thought it would be an idea or a good idea to let you know how this came about. The idea was officially born on October 11th, 1974, when retired Brigadier Frederick Elliott, the Eastern Territory, was in the audience at a Friday evening at the Temple in New York City. Clarence Wiseman, the general, was there to conduct a retirement ceremony, and before he spoke, Brigadier Elliott noticed how tired both the general and Mrs. Wiseman looked. He realized that they needed prayer support, and he believes that an inner voice told him to go home, which he lived in Ocean Grove, New Jersey, and asked 6 men to join him. Every one of the 6 men that the Brigadier Elliott contacted agreed to join him, and on November 19th, 1974, they gathered together at his home. There were present that day Brigadier Ernest Baxendale, father of Commissioner Dave Baxendale, Brigadier Lloyd Brown, Brigadier Elliott, Brigadier Walter Murdoch, Colonel Lyle Rader, Colonel Stanley Stager, and Brigadier Albert Warren. From the beginning, this group established a pattern of meeting for 1 hour on the second Tuesday of the month. And as the 7 men prayed, God began to answer. Letters of appreciation were received all the way from the general's office to lieutenants on the field, from officers who began to see victory at home to those who witnessed them on the mission field. 2 of the members, unfortunately, or fortunately for them, were promoted to glory, and they were replaced by Colonel Frank Goldenshoe and Brigadier Frederick McCracken, who was a soldier of this corps not too long ago. On their 5th anniversary, the group decided to put in writing their goals, and here are the 7 main objectives. 1, to pray daily for the general and other top leadership. 2, to pray daily for the revival of the Holy Spirit. 3, in view of the Army's present asset being its morale, we pledge to counter all negative criticisms with positive optimism. 4, to function as Aaron and Hur in the Scriptures, who held up the hands of the leaders until Amalek was beaten. We retireds have no official power, but by praying for those who have power, we can turn the tide of the battle. 5, to intercede for every missionary we know. 6, to pray for open doors in closed lands, such as China. And 7, to pray for those who are hurting and need healing. Soon after the founding of the 7 men of prayer, other retired officers wanted to join them. In order to keep the number at 7, which allows for close fellowship and opportunity for every man to pray, the original group was encouraged others to start their own groups of 7, sometimes after having visited at the home of Brigadier Elliott. Although no one is certain how many other prayer cells have branched off from this one, the men have been contacted and were contacted in the first 5 years from all 4 territories in the United States and from 16 foreign countries, where the 7 men of prayer was instituted by that group. The newsletter of Salvation Army Retired Officers League 46 years ago said this: 7 men in July of this year, the impact of this ministry will never be known in this life, but will certainly be disclosed in the next. God bless you as we lead together this day.